education series. In this segment, we want to discuss common postural mistakes made during pregnancy and during the early postpartum period. The posture that you hold has a direct effect on your pelvic floor function. This is because the attachments of your pelvic floor muscles move with the position of your lower spine and pelvis. A posture that tucks your tailbone under, moving your tailbone closer to your pubic bone, causes your pelvic floor to sag. This loose muscle responds poorly and becomes weak because you are never able to fully activate all of the fibers due to a muscle that is shortened beyond its contractile capabilities. Unfortunately, this tailbone tucked under position is quite common for new moms. It's during this time that you may spend a significant amount of time sitting with your little one, usually in a very relaxed position, tucking your tailbone under for prolonged periods of time. And then the tendency when standing is to thrust your hips forward to help support your baby. New moms must remember to simply extend their tailbone, giving it a slight lift to put their pelvic floor muscles at the perfect length-tension ratio where it can fire all of its muscle fibers efficiently and effectively. Reminding yourself to lift your tailbone to get yourself out of that buns tucked under position is important for a second reason. Lifting your tailbone rotates your pelvis slightly so that your pubic bone is shifted down to a more inferior position where it can offer some bony support under your bladder and uterus. This is especially important in the months following delivery as our pelvic floor muscles are working to regain their strength and endurance. So far, we've reviewed one postural mistake, that is the tailbone tucked under posture. But it's important to recognize that this position is just one extreme postural mistake that can be made during pregnancy and also following delivery. The opposite extreme, an exaggerated curve of the lower back into what can be described as a gymnast posture, can also limit pelvic floor function. In this position, the extreme extension of your lower lumbar spine causes excessive compression, grinding bone on bone. This is a common cause of low back pain experienced during pregnancy and can be treated through postural modification. We have to relieve the pressure from our low back joints by taking ourselves out of this extreme gymnast posture. The first step is to recognize that there is a neutral spine position that requires our pelvis to be somewhere between the two extremes that we have labeled the tailbone tucked under posture and the gymnast posture. During pregnancy, when the tendency may be to have an exaggerated curve of the lower back because of the weight of your growing belly, it becomes very important to activate your transversus abdominis muscle to stabilize the joints of your lower back and bring them out of this compressed position. Activating your transversus abdominis by drawing your belly button up and in will decompress the joints of your lower spine and pull you into a position of neutral spine. The most common postural mistake following delivery is the tailbone tucked under posture. To change this postural positioning, it's important to activate your multifidi muscles, giving your tailbone a lift to find that neutral spine position. Let me instruct you in optimal posture, that's neutral spine posture that you want to hold throughout your pregnancy. To begin, place your feet shoulder width apart with equal weight on each leg. You should have soft knees, meaning they're not locked back, but you have a little wiggle to them. You don't want to be in that extreme gymnast posture, but you also don't want to be in your tailbone tucked under posture. In order to find neutral spine, take it back again to the extreme gymnast posture. Now, tighten up your transverse abdominis, bring that neutral spine right into action, not in the extreme gymnast posture, but a happy medium between your tailbone tucked under and your gymnast posture. That's neutral spine positioning. Finishing optimal posture all the way up the chain, simply open your hands up, which rolls your shoulders back, and where your shoulders go, your head will follow. That's optimal neutral spine positioning while pregnant.